Hi,
Hi
everybody.
everyone.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the
Hi
show.
everyone.
Yeah, kind of a sad day in Michigan, but hey, it could have been a whole lot worse.
It could have, yeah.
And I heard an update, but I either missed it or they have not said yet who's responsible. And and for those who don't know, there was a somebody drove through the doors with their truck of a synagogue, a large synagogue in a wealthy suburb near, not that near us, but near where we used to
Less
work,
than an
right?
hour, right. I mean,
Yeah,
generally the metro area, you can get to most places in 30 to 40 minutes.
right. And nobody was hurt except the driver was killed. And he either died by a gunshot from security there or his car, which blew up, apparently caught on fire. There may have been, explosives in the car. And so there was a fire at the church, but nobody was hurt, and the church has damage, but I don't think, it's severe. So,
Right.
very lucky day, but I don't jump to conclusions here about anything because we've had a number of, attacks at churches in recent years, and they've come from all different sides. There was somebody who's mad at the Latter day Saints, and so he went and took it out on the church and the people there, and so on. So we don't know if this is an outside terrorist attack responding to the war, or if it's a domestic, person who has a grudge with the Jewish religion.
Well, to further address what I was talking about in the chat with Gina, um, there is a large interfaith presence here that is mostly very Christian, Judaic, and Islamic, which is wonderful. There's major congregations from each of those who participate in a large Detroit network. Occasionally, people like myself or other, differing, religions or spiritualities are involved. But about 2 years ago, they do a major event for the entire community called the World Sabbath or Sabbath. It may have changed its name recently. It's an annual event. It had to shut down because there was a terrorist attack. It was supposed to be at a particular synagogue in that area of West Bloomfield. So it's very sad when these things happen.
Yeah. So we'll just wait and find out more, and our thoughts out to the Jewish community, and any community that undergoes these kinds of situations. It's really unfortunate, especially in places of, peace and worship. All right. Ooh. Well, anyway, Mr. O is much better, and I'm happy to report that. I'm sure he's happy to report that. We have a birthday reading, so as we go along, maybe we'll fill you in on some more stuff. But let's get going with our card for the collective first.
Okay, and I can't get over how that camera, I just can't get it adjusted to get my view right, but we're just gonna have to go with it. You're welcome, Gina.
And Country Love says she hopes you're feeling better.
What?
Country Love says she hopes you're feeling better.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's like a miracle in the last less than 48 hours. La.
What you got? Community garden. Aw, well, that sounds nice.
Let's grow, everybody.
All right.
It's
Community
not so
garden.
much the focus or anything like that. It just sort of seems to be lopsided. Like part of the table's larger towards Banshee, and eh, I don't know. I'm just sort of being a perfectionist about it. But you're right. It's basically okay. Thanks.
Anyway, the community garden is about teamwork, shared resources, building networks. To be in community is to be part of something greater, than you could have ever imagined. All right. And I can't get there. Okay. There is something so powerful about working towards a shared purpose. One person is incredible on their own, but combine two marvelous people and amazing results can unfold. Imagine combining the shared talents of dozens of like minds, all contributing their individual knowledge, experience, and enthusiasm. Your collaborative efforts could move mountains while also fostering a sense of mutual respect and shared growth. The importance of building a supportive network as it relates to your question is underscored by this card. While you can continue this journey alone, you will find your load lightening significantly by communicating openly about the shared goals and allocating resources such as time, energy, and attention equitably among the partners or group of diversely talented people. This will heighten if you have been struggling to make significant progress. Bringing in additional support could reinvigorate your plans. You may also consider working with an advisor, therapist, teacher, or other qualified professional to bring a renewed sense of perspective to your situation. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who share your values and aspirations. With time and commitment, you will naturally inspire each other to achieve more than you might have done on your own. And I really like that. But we got to be careful here a little bit too, because some ideas of community these days aren't as healthy. For example, when people just drive off to reinforce each other's beliefs rather than try to be more inclusive and and fair with one another.
Do you mean
and
like
respectful.
becoming a cult?
Perhaps. Perhaps that is definitely a part of that. Community is about sharing, really aspirational goals, making a better lives or uplifting, the community, cleaning the grounds, working on community projects, helping the needy, doing food drives, etc. This is the kind of things, that build us up. Community should build us up, not separate us from one another or knock us down.
Very good.
Yeah, so
Well said, Banshee.
you sure made, Gina. And I think I have a deck for you today. All right. So we will do that for you.
Okay.
We have a birthday reading though right now for Rowan, who is
Yes,
here.
happy birthday,
to
Rowan.
you, Rowan.
And that's going to be with my deck. Let's see, what card deck shall I use?
All right.
I guess I'll use that one.
Oh, let me leave that there.
You're very welcome, Rowan.
All right. Thank you, Gina.
All right, so it's the Nefertiti Egyptian style tarot. You're going to shuffle two?
Sure. And Mr. O is just talking about the interfaith group which he was a part of, and there's an example of different communities coming together for a common goal, trying to make peace with one another and understand one another better. And that's why Mr. O had some dealings with that temple in West Bloomfield.
Not that particular one, but or I'm not sure if I'm remembering it right. There are some very nice synagogues there in West Bloomfield. I was probably more in the Troy area, but part of it, we did encompass part of that network because they're right on the border. And those are pretty much two of the more affluent areas of the Metro Detroit area. They have higher per capita incomes than the rest of Detroit or our areas or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, on to Rowan, whose birthday we wish the best for. Card 1. The gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of this year. And it's the reversed 7 of coins.
be, not knowing exactly the circumstances here or when, it could be really one of two things. That you either, the gift that you got from last year that, you can use this year is the fact that either there's a project you decided to resume working on or a goal of yours, or you've let something go and now you are open to charting a new course this year. So
Well,
it's one or the other, I kind of feel.
Well, I think that like last year, you may have realized that something didn't work out because you forgot to, or you lost your motivation for being attentive to it. And so that was the lesson you learned too, is that if it's worth growing, you gotta get out there and do that. It almost is a tie-in to the community garden card for the collective. The idea, not necessarily being part of a community, but that idea that things grow when we have an attention towards it, whether it's a single attention or it's a group attention. So the gift of the last year could also be too, realizing sometimes you got to put a little spit and muscle into it. Card 2.
All right, so the next one is the gift of the present moment.
We don't know where Sonny is.
Hopefully not causing trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in the shit house, literally.
Oh, wow.
And it's the reverse 9 of Cups.
Oh, the gift of the present moment? You pull the reverse 9 of Cups? Hey, you go.
Okay, well, the gift of the present moment may be realizing that, of course, we don't always get all of our wishes, all of our dreams do not always come true, or sometimes those things that we think that was really what we were waiting for, maybe we find that, like the American saying or the British saying, the grass is not always greener on the other side. So that gift of the present moment is maybe also coming to terms with that sense of what your expectations could be. How'd I do, Mrs. O?
Were you really trying to say the gift of the present moment is you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe you're not there yet. The gift of the present moment is realizing you aren't exactly where you want to be right now. And that can be a gift depending on how you look at it. The point is, it's the gift. Ha!
You had but to ask.
Come on up here, son.
They've been waiting for you.
Oh my goodness. Now he's thrown me off. No. The gift of the present moment is just
Hello,
realizing that, you're not there yet, but you could go there. You could keep pursuing this dream, this manifestation of yours. So I'm beginning to wonder here, as I spoke, I'm trying to find my wand. As I spoke earlier about, not either letting something go or continuing to work on it, maybe, the gift of the present moment is that you feel you're not done with whatever this was from last year, and you may want to continue pursuing this.
How interesting.
And if it is important to you, then I would suggest to do it. Yeah, even though it says you haven't manifested what you wanted, that doesn't mean it's never going to happen.
All right, Sonny, tell us what the third card is.
The gift from your connections with others in this next year.
And it's another reverse. Sorry. It's the reversed moon.
Don't say sorry to me.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a dancing kitty.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you so much.
Is that you,
Gina?
Gina? Yeah, of course it is. You are the best.
So,
Thank you.
you are the best. So it's the moon reversed. The moon reversed is the connections with others. I think this is a year, these don't all tie together in one cohesive whole. These are different aspects, of your year ahead too. So with this card, I'm feeling here that this might be a year of revelations. Revelations coming out about people close to you. maybe things you need to know or you didn't know, or that you just find out, things that happen. I feel here that this is a year you find out a lot about some of the people, either that you work with, that you, in your family, or with your friends.
It's exactly right. I think, that moon is always so mysterious, and it's always a question of whether you find out or whether you don't find out. In the context of this reading, it just sort of looked like, there's something that could come from an association, but it may be mysterious. I mean, like maybe something anonymous will happen to you. You may find out later this was something that was given to you through this connection. Um, Pretty interesting.
Well, you could have said the next one. I was done.
I know, I'm sorry.
Card 4. The gift that will help me work on, you, Rowan, work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals.
And it's the reversed Page of Wands. So I almost feel like maybe you have big challenges this year just because of all the reverse cards that seem to have more, conflictual kind of things going on. But okay, the gift that will help you with your goals, right?
Yeah, you said it's the King of Wands?
Knave.
Oh, the Knave of Wands.
That's the page.
That's the Page of Wands.
Right.
Well, that when you oh geez, how do I want to say this? When you are confronted with setbacks or failures, don't approach them as a negative. Let them challenge you and inspire you to try again, to aim higher, to not allow it to take the wind out of your sails. Obviously, by this card, it is saying to me you may encounter some setbacks this year on your way to achieving your dreams and goals. And as a matter of fact, if what I said is true in the beginning about you wanting to carry over something from last year that you haven't achieved yet, then don't be discouraged by, failure. Let it inspire you to work harder at trying to achieve it until you really feel maybe, if you do feel that way, that something else is better for you.
I'm almost wondering if Banshee's right, if that the majority of these cards may be tied to something from about a yearish, and so it's still something that has a challenge or a sense of being able to challenge you. Now, it's to me, when I see the Page of Wands in the reverse mode, I think too that this could be about, things that just didn't communicate correctly. And of course, that could apply to communication with other people. But for this interpretation, it could be about how you were able to, or not, how you will be able to make I'm struggling a little bit here. Communication work on that level. In other words, here's what I think it could be too. It could be saying that some of this is how you do need to work on more communication skills, that maybe some of the communication skills that led to those things from about a year ago or possibly did are what are really that lesson you should mostly take to heart. So I'm sorry that took so long. Oh, shut up.
Oh, except when I do it, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm having brain fog. I am a little bit.
You're playing me, Mr. O. The gift from my spirit, your spirit guides and or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year?
And finally, we have an upright card.
That's because the ancestors care about
the Five of Cups.
Oh, well, that's okay.
It's not.
I mean, in this position, it's okay.
Yeah. Then you want to tell us why?
Yeah, I do. They want you to acknowledge, your setbacks, your losses, the things that hurt, and then let them go. let them go and think about how far you've come, what more you can do, the opportunities that are still out there for you, because the Five of Cups does not show all cups overturned. Does it on that card? I don't know, but I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Then rarely does that, because it's always saying you may have lost some battles, but you haven't lost the war. And they are there to help you through those difficult times, and they just want you to realize that defeat doesn't mean the end. There's more that can be done. There's more opportunities out there for growth, and to not be, discouraged by setbacks.
Well,
It seems to be a theme here.
I kind of like this picture here of the person helping the animal across a river, and it's, to me, I guess your spirit guides are saying, I will always be there to help you your way here, and what does leave wasn't important enough for you to really have to worry about. Bottom line.
All right, and so is that the
Hi,
last card already? Where
Yes,
did
it
it
is.
go? Is it under him again?
Hi, Ari. So, tell us what the card is,
You should
Mr.
be
Sunny.
up here. The gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved by year's end?
It's the Knight of Cups, and it's upright.
Wow, he had to wait almost the entire reading for him to come up with some upright cards, doggone it.
The last one was.
But
Oh,
that
right,
is
it was towards
awesome.
the end, though. Okay.
I feel like here, whatever the universe does throw at you this year, Rowan, you're going to come through this okay. You're going to come through this emotionally balanced, more stable, and moving forward on, the things that really mean the most to you, the things that really you're most passionate about. I can't rule out anything in the relationship department either, if you are into that, or if you are already in a relationship, that is just never, that is going to be like really nice in this year ahead. Very even, very comfortable, everything going well, between you and a partner.
Well, it seems like the year struggles to come towards these better cards, struggles towards a sense of stability between, the various things that happened a while ago and what you took away from that and how you let it, help you. So I think that final card, the Knight of Cups, say you are moving forward with emotional strength and security too towards future goals, whether they're indicative of what you may have learned here or what you feel you can repurpose or something new that comes.
Right. I feel here just by year's end, you have understood the importance of maintaining emotional stability through times that are good and times that are not so good. Uh, when things are going your way, and when you're confronted with challenges. I think you're going to find that sweet spot in the middle, and that will help guide you through finding your way towards success.
So once again, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And I hope you got something out of that reading. And remember, you can always come back to this live show.
Yeah, make a note of it or something.
And you'll know to find
Review it
after the card for the collective.
All right. And hi, Ari. How's it going?
Hi, Ari.
And you're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I want to thank Gina once again for her donation. You're so sweet, Gina. Really appreciate your donation so much.
We absolutely do. Nancy is up. I'm getting a post. Well, I'm glad that resonated with you. It does look challenging, but I don't see anything that's really horrific here or some catastrophes happening in your life. It's just, the struggles that you have to go through to get to where you want to be. And it's stuff like that, Rowan. So hopefully that will go well for you. And happy birthday. Okay, Nancy wants to know what's ahead for them, and that'll be my deck. Right. You know, you could sit up here. You know, you could do that. The good news is one of the things that I wanted to happen is happening, that when we're not doing the show, Sassy comes and sits up here. And that's really fun. I wanted to get something shorter that she could come and jump on and relax on, because
She's vertically challenged.
yeah, the other cat trees are just too tall for her now. So this works perfectly because she can jump on the chair here and onto the table and then onto here. And when she comes down, she can come down to the second rung there or back on the chair. And so it works out really well. How's that Lenormand?
I can tell you how to do that.
How's that Lenormand?
I've already shuffled them,
Okay.
but I don't want to miss this donation. Just give me a moment. Can you see that? It gives the website. There's not a direct link. I think I can post the link, though, if you give me a minute. And I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for that.
So while he's doing that, I'll just say that probably, is it next week already? Spring is here. Is it really going to happen? Well, that'll mean we'll be doing another monthly modality message. And in case you missed it, our Unhappy Hour came out this week, and well, you know, it was actually really good. Some of the readings I thought were really good on that show. So check it out. It's for the elemental signs of the zodiac, and we even ask what's making the world unhappy right now. And that's at the last reading we do. So join us for that. The link is in the description below the live stream video.
I also put it there, so that might work. It's right there. And I appreciate that. Anything, any donation is appreciated at all. We really love you guys, and we appreciate that very much. All right, so let's get back to our reading.
Yes, let's.
Sorry.
All right. Is that in a Nightbot?
Nightbot will display it every once in a while, but it's kind of a random algorithm on that one.
Okay. So we have the world reversed. I complained about his reversed cards, but guess what I've got? Reversed. The Knight of Cups is reversed. And the Seven of Cups is reversed. So you were asking what is coming, what's ahead for you now that, you know, your court case is over. And, well, you've got maybe some loose ends to take care of in your life right now. You know, with the world reversed, Nancy, it indicates that there's something left unfinished, something yet to be completed, something to make you feel like, yes, this needs to be done and I can move on. Now, for you, that may have been the court case, but if there's nothing that's dangling with that thus far, then it must be something else that's going on that maybe you need to tend to now. I'm just going card by card.
So you just did the first one, the world reversed.
Yep.
Okay. So, right, what's ahead for you does feel like there's a pause of some sort, and there's a realization that some things are finishing up or are finished up, but there still is really more to go, and maybe a particular standard that you might have had for success or for how well you did hasn't quite been met. It may be better than not, but it's enough to make you want to really feel like you still have to keep going forward.
So this isn't my reading, so could you put the Lenormand out, please?
I could.
Yeah, I wish. All right.
Baby wrote a letter in the Lenormand and the Tower.
Okay.
And Nancy, as we always say on the show, the Tower from the Lenormand cards is not exactly the same as the Tarot Tower.
Okay.
All right, just wanted to say that.
So with the Knight of Cups, I don't know, there may be some mixed emotions you might be dealing with that's going to be up and coming. You know, there's some, you know, I don't know if it has anything to do with this Mercury retrograde. I get a feeling that it will pass. It's something transitory. You're dealing with some mixed emotions right now. Now, I don't know whether that has to do with the court case or some other unsettled matter, but, or, you know, like the rest of us, you're just really bummed out by what's going on in the world right now. You know, whatever the case may be, it just seems like you might be grappling with some emotional issues.
Well, in that first card, I said that maybe there was a pause for reconsideration, but the Knight of Cups tells me that the pause may be to not even necessarily move you in a new direction, but maybe pull you back a little bit. Some of this could be a wound licking kind of thing. Some of this could be a like, I just need to be alone for a while. It sort of feels like you want to limit in some way or downplay the amount of emotional energy that you have to feel. Like it's not that you want to numb yourself. You know, there are obviously easier ways to numb yourself, but you sort of want to feel less in a way, or you want to not have to think about it, at least in this next period of time.
I'm kind of wondering if that middle card isn't tied to the last card, in that you're having mixed emotions about making a move, choice, or decision right now. I mean, here you are asking us about what's next for you, and maybe, you know, you're kind of concerned about what direction you should take now. It seems as though you realize now is time for me to move forward, but I'm still not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to be going in the right direction.
Well, that's very interesting because, of course, the night that precedes it is about movement, or in my case, sort of maybe vacillation of movement to some
Emotional
degree.
movement.
And so
Yeah.
when I look at that Seven of Cups, that has a bit of ambiguity about it. There may have been things that you were really like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then there may have been a thing or two that were like, yes, but maybe, and darn if it ain't Mercury retrograde, you can't quite focus enough to discern them enough, or there's something that maybe makes you feel like, you know, if you don't take the right one, will this be a bigger problem later? That could be the bleed off from the first card of having that sense of uncertainty.
And finally, with the Lenormand, this is kind of interesting to me. This may be, you know, when you ask what's coming towards me, there could be multiple things coming towards you. And I do think, I'm not sure the Lenormand has anything to do with the above, but maybe it does. You'll have to decide if it does. But I feel here that there's a letter or documents coming from some institution. It could be legal papers. It could be something else that you maybe were hoping or waiting for. And I'm wondering here too, you said you are done with the court case, but is there any kind of documents you're expecting? Some kind of final paperwork, or, you know, some payout or settlement or something else connected with that? I think that's going to happen.
I agree with that. That's a really good idea there, I think. But I'm wondering, does this tower also speak to a sense of isolation?
It can, yes.
And
Yes,
see,
it
and I
can.
felt like maybe the idea with the Knight of Cups was you might want to self-isolate for a little while. So I wonder if this is saying some invitation gives you an opportunity to pull away a little bit too. Maybe it's also connected to the institution that is going to help you in some way with the documentation. Not necessarily. That's kind of probably more than one thing, but it could just be another possibility of what could happen.
I can add nothing else to this. That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Thank you so much.
A settled tower, quite a bit of fine. Okay. All right. Paperwork. Yes. Yeah, I see it will be coming. And you know, the tower has multiple meanings in the Lenormand, and one of them is that it could be a legal, legal institution. So,
Right.
yeah. So,
Things like that.
so you'll be getting that hopefully soon, but remember, Mercury's still retrograde for at least another week and a half, I think.
And then there's the
So,
post cleanup
yeah.
stuff. So it could be 2 to 3 weeks even.
But I think it's coming. So that's one of the things you can expect is coming to you. So good luck with all that.
Good luck, Nancy.
All right.
Excuse me.
Shirley is up.
Hey, Shirley.
Boy, the difference between Mr. O now and the last few days is quite dramatic. Well, it is. You gonna
I know, I
deny?
think it is. I think it is myself too. I shouldn't get too cocky about it because, of course, that's me. But I almost feel like a real corner has been turned with some of my health situations. And I am so grateful. And for everybody who wished me health or was sending me energy, I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And you're even thinking of joining my senior class?
Yeah.
I
And
can't believe that.
I'll horrify you when I tell you what else I'm also thinking about doing.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Well, maybe returning to doing.
Training?
Who was I training?
No, what did you say? Returning to what?
Returning to doing.
Oh, returning to doing. Is it personal training?
No.
Okay. Uh-oh.
See, I knew it.
Oh, it's your tarot deck. Here I'm shuffling a tarot deck. Well,
Why are
this'll
you
be my
doing that?
next one.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. And let me get the list out. Well, I did get the list out there, but I didn't get Shirley's question. Do you know Shirley's question?
Yeah, I don't know if you did that.
Well, here we go. There it is. Kay's current feelings and intentions.
Gina, thank you for the very nice donation. I really appreciate that.
Oh, Gina.
There's my mouse.
Thank you.
Kind of disappeared.
Oh, by the way, everybody who is still here, there is no happy hour on Saturday.
Yeah, we are sorry.
We're sorry. He has to work the morning, and we have an appointment with our tax people.
'Cause there's the tax man. Yeah, it's the tax
So
man.
he could not fit in a happy hour this Saturday.
No singing. Got to do it all tonight.
Oh, man. Well, I sang already.
That's one of my favorite songs by the Beatles. I never knew I was going to like it so much when I was older and had to pay more taxes.
So we will return the week
Tax
following
man.
at our usual time, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably true because you're
Yeah, it'll be
working-
back a week from
Yeah.
Saturday at its normal time, 10 a.m.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty, I have shuffled around enough in one way or the other.
Okay.
Kay's current feelings and intentions. Eight of Pentacles reversed. The Fool reversed. The Tower reversed.
Oh, the tower reversed?
Yes, I was
What
seeing
the
that with
heck?
clenched teeth. I'm sorry.
What is with your... Well, you've got more reversals than me.
Oy.
Sheesh. Manish. But this has been a really strange week, even for our cards for the collective. Thankfully, tomorrow's is looking up a little bit more, so...
Remember, tarot is only a snapshot in time.
All right, so what do you have here? Eight of Pentacles? The
Yes,
Fool
Eight of Pentacles, the
reversed,
Fool,
and the Tower.
and Tower, all reversed.
Yeah. All right. Hi, Justice. Good to see you here.
Hey, we'll get you on the list.
No, they're just hanging.
Oh,
Justice
okay.
hangs. You just watch, right?
If you have a question, just go ahead.
Yeah, remember, you can always do that.
Hi, CJ.
CJ's here. All right. Well, you could have started.
I'm
But
sorry.
anyway, the Eight of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that, I don't know. I think that they're not, their intentions or feelings right now are really kind of, I don't want to say all over the place, but I do want to say that they're not working towards moving things along.
Maybe they want to go rogue in a way. They don't want to go by plan or style. You know, the Eight of Pentacles sort of has a sense of how things are done. And so when it's reversed, it may be saying they're roguish in a way, like they don't want to or don't know how to do things the way others do. So in the context of feelings or intentions, there may be something right now that's just kind of bugging them in a strange way. Hi there. Hi, Diamond Girl. So I get the feeling like it may not be personal at all, Shirley, but maybe they're just like, you know, it could be lingering full moon effects or weird Mercury retrograde. Maybe there's things going on that just have them off their game. They can't seem to get with the plan. And that
Yes.
could be in terms of, you know, being clear with what their feelings or intentions might be, that we could see here.
Yeah, she made some excellent hats. We're not wearing one today, but
I'll try to wear one again soon. So did you get that? Are we on the next one then?
I just shuffled the cards back in. Shoot, that I had out. I was going to post them and I didn't. Anyway,
Were you done with the first one?
I was done with the first one.
All
The
right,
second
so-
one, the full reversed, is saying they're just kind of risk aversive right now. So they're kind of laying low. Maybe they're just still scoping you out, or, you know, their prospects out. I don't know. I got the impression before that they kind of wanted to move fast, if this is the same person, Shirley. But I don't know. I feel like here they're kind of worried about taking a risk at this time.
Well, I agree with that. So I'm wondering if it's maybe this thing that might have happened in or around card one, that maybe something bothered them and threw them off of their game, you know, like I don't know what it could be, like, you know, maybe somebody reprimanded them at work and so they're emotionally, you know, unsure right now, or something as just sort of throwing them off. And that full reverse does sort of have the sense like they could be pondering what consequences are. They're overcautious for some reason.
Well, I can tell you why.
They could be overthinking things.
I can tell you why. It's that tower reversed. I'm
You
beginning
know.
to feel that they're afraid of making like the same mistakes they've made before. You know, like making the same mistake twice. They're kind of really suddenly now stepping back to consider, you know, where they stand on things because they have made some bad decisions for themselves in the past.
So the overall picture sounds like it could be somebody that maybe has felt classically they're not good in some relationships, they're their own worst enemy, or that maybe they don't feel they've had enough experience to feel they know how to handle situations, and so they may be struggling with that. And the idea could be that maybe you have, if you think there's a sincerity going on or something, you might have to give them a little more slack or a little more positive feedback, you know, to kind of pull them into, you know, the right lane.
Okay.
Got your question.
So the Lenormand,
It's the ship. And it's you, the lady, or
no, it's
possibly
not.
you. Oh, it's the whip. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's a lady with a whip. Is that
That
you?
it is,
Is that you?
but that's not you. Maybe, be aware. I almost feel like this message is for you, Shirley. Be aware that I would just be cautious about moving too fast. Now, mind you, the Lenormand says move fast. So somebody maybe wants to move fast here, or um, or maybe this is just a caution for both of you not to move too fast here. In other words, take your time, get to know each other more. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the cards that are drawn here, the tarot cards. They're not very they're not very good right now. So one indicates that, risk taking could turn out bad, and another one's saying mistakes could be repeated from the past, and the other one is saying, there's more work that needs to be done here, I think. And maybe if he's not realizing that, I think this is something you need to realize. Hi, Jamie. I will get you on the list.
I almost get a mixed message here. Like the Letterman could be saying, he's not going to be able to move fast, so you should do it. And I'm thinking like, okay, that may be advice, or that may be that it is a sense of an option that if you felt like there was an opening for you to take more of the lead of here. And of course, I'm seeing that right now, you may have not really met him yet physically, but it's something that's developing through a group setting, or it is a group setting of some sort. So that could tell me why too. Some of this is not exactly moving in a certain manner. It could be that he doesn't exactly have that comfortability in the group, or feel his position in the group is meriting that for some reason.
Yeah, I'm getting real mixed feelings about this
Yeah.
reading. He may, it may be because maybe we're picking up something else that's going on with that person right now. It may just be kind of muddying the waters. So feel free to ask this again in another
We might
week.
want to try it again.
I know that you kind of have a long distance communication, and you mentioned, it's through a group thing that you are talking. So keep the conversation going is my advice for now, and don't try to make any fast moves. It's just indicated in these cards, at least, that that's not a good idea right now, or taking any chances without maybe doing a little more work on seeing where this is going first.
Right. It seems like, he's he is concerned that he could make mistakes, or that he sees that possibility. So maybe he's shy, and maybe, he has to settle himself in a little bit more. Good luck.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure that could be a big part of it too then.
Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that.
All right, we are on Gina.
I did something really weird here. Let me get rid of that.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm okay.
You are.
I am okay. All right. I had it here. Hang on. All right. I have my Unlocking the Secret Garden Oracle that I bought sometime last year, written by Angie Sullins, artwork by the wonderful Jenna Della Grattaglia. And I think it's perfect for a top and bottom. We'll see what we get. Hey, you're very welcome, Shirley. I'm not even sure if I have the numbers right anymore. That's a sad fact, but...
So we won't know when to close the list. We'll just keep
we'll
going.
know time-wise when to close the list, if nothing else.
You're welcome.
Oh, so you It's the keeper of hope. Along with
That's so pretty.
the keeper of opportunity.
This one too, very nice. I love the art.
What number is keeper of opportunity? Oh, 2.
2.
And the other one's 7, I think.
Hi, Alicia.
Could you fix
Yep.
the list? Thank you.
I will add you to our list.
The keeper of hope. All is not lost. No matter how grim that box of darkness is that you're staring down into right now, there is hope at the bottom of that box. No one can take it from you. It is the spring green of your heart, always reaching towards the light of photosynthesis. Change will come and growth too. No feeling is ever final. Keep going. Or don't. Take a rest. Put on your PJs and curl up with a good book. Mr. O approves of that. Just know this. Hope lives at the bottom of every breath. You can't ever really get rid of it. So let this moment pass, and that one too. And when you're ready, reach for the keeper of hope. She's nearby, and she's reaching back. I really like that. I don't want to say anything till I read the read the next one. But you know, it's very true. I mean, even as grim as things look in our world right now, you know, we can't lose hope. We certainly can't lose hope. And it's like she said, hope is always there with us. We just have to access it. We have to, you know, acknowledge it. We have to recognize that there is always hope.
Well, it's like the story about Pandora's box. The only thing that remained was hope, and it's a parable, but it's the idea that sometimes we can let a lot of things into the world and we don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, we'll always have hope, even if everything else gets away from us.
The keeper of opportunity. This is an interesting one. There's an old Scottish proverb that goes, "What is for ye will not go by ye." This faith is the key to seizing opportunity. When the keeper of opportunity visits, you'd do best to remember that opportunities sometimes make themselves, and sometimes it's our diligence that creates them. Either way, it's best to knock at the door of possibility whenever it shows up. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. You don't have to worry about failure or bad luck. It's either not your time or not your door. Either way, let it go. But when you see the door close and the window open, dive through. When all the windows are sealed shut but the door opens a smidge, put your foot in it and refuse to let it close. The only thing you need to remember is your own bravery. The only promise you need to make is the one that says you refuse to feel shame over things that don't work out. They weren't for you anyway. And that is such a great statement there. You know, we always feel such disappointment, but we need to realize that either not right for you or not your, well, it's not your door. It's not necessarily your door, or, you know, it's not time to open that door yet. That's another possibility. And I think here, you know, if doors are opening, doors are shutting for you, keep hope alive. Just always keep hope there that something will come, an opportunity, a door will open, or a window will crack, or a door will slightly stay ajar that you can get through.
Do you want the Lenormand?
Yes, I do.
It's the ring and the man.
What?
It is. Well, it could just be the Inquirer, of course, yourself.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, I'd say commit to, you know, never losing hope. Commit to recognizing, you know, that not all doors are meant for us, and understanding and committing to not letting that challenge you, not letting that make you lose hope, because the right door will always open.
Well, the sense of commitment that is invoked here is really just kind of part of your naturalistic own, disposition, that you are the kind of person that naturally inclines to believe, I know this is so true, in hope, and that hope always wins, hope always comes out. And also, too, I know that you're so canny of a personality that you always find the best opportunities, to do what's best for yourself. But also, because you're such a generous person, you help out all your friends too, and you're really good at that.
Which makes me think that, you attract, those open doors to yourself too.
Ooh, I like that.
So I feel that, but okay, you brought up the ring and the man, and I'll just say, yeah, there's an opportunity here to find, maybe perhaps a relationship or a new friendship even that could be stable, a stabilizing influence for you. I feel here's something that you will feel good about, making this connection with. Whether it leads to romantic commitment or it's just a friendship, a great friendship to commit to, then that's what it is. So, whatever the case, good luck with that, Gina. Maybe that's the opportunity.
Thanks again for your donation.
I can't rule it out. Good luck with that. These are beautiful cards. And again,
Those were
thank
really
you.
lovely.
Thank you for your donation. Well, I knew they'd work just right. I had a feeling. That's right. That's why we are all here. Good luck with that. Oh, I guess I got to get the list. Whoopsie.
It helps.
So that means we're on Libra now, and Libra wants a general.
All right. Let's see. What deck shall I use? I'm going to use my Secrets Tarot.
Oh man, sadly, everybody, it did turn into with this, this attack on a synagogue locally into kind of a Five of Swords kind of day. And then I heard there was a shooting somewhere else at a university, Dominion University or some, I believe, where there was a death. So not happy things. And that is definitely that Five of Swords kind of angry, out of control energy. I never like when that card comes up for us for the collective.
And you said a general reading?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I meant to post it again. Oh, did I not get areas on the list? I see you added Alicia too. Okay. I think I've given up with the questions though after I don't have everybody's.
Gina says it was Old Dominion. Thanks, Gina. Okay, Libra. Our first card.
I posted the list again. I thought I posted the question.
Our first card is the Queen of Cups, and they're upright. The second card is the Nine of Pentacles, which is also upright. And then we have Death, Major Arcana 13, Death, and that's upright. So, in recent readings for you, I sort of feel like some of your readings showed more challenging situations you were dealing with, or that kind of thing. But it looks like you kind of leveled out.
Is that Death?
Yeah, that's Death. It looks like you kind of leveled out into a plateau. Like the Queen of Cups says, emotionally, you're a lot calmer. You're more able to appreciate relationships around you or your role in them. Perhaps guiding them, if you're, parent, things like that. So you feel like, your personal, more, primary relationships are good at this time.
Okay,
And they are. That's what's saying.
Cowboys on the list. I got them on the list. I got you, Jamie. Sorry. and then Alicia, and then SP. Did I miss anybody else? Justice is asking about a Friday the 13th reading. Are you talking for all of us here, or are you talking just for you?
Yourself, your own reading.
I've added USP, so don't worry about that. I think I'm going to close the list with that.
good idea.
And you know what, Justice? We will do something like that at the end of the show.
That might be fun. A Friday
I
the
put you
13th.
at the end. We'll do 3 cards for Friday the 13th, okay?
Thanks for the idea.
Yeah. And let's close the list right now because I think we have more than enough to get us through an hour.
I agree. So I'm going to put up the signs. And thank you with everybody's patience.
So everybody who will be on the list I post next will get a reading. And if for some reason you've been here and you're not on that list, just let me know. I kind of lost track here a little bit. But we'll be able to tell from the chat too. So, yeah, Old Dominion University. Yeah, I heard that. Very sad. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, let's get this in the mix.
yeah,
Commitment's back.
it's the ring and the letter. And so I'd already mentioned with the Queen of Cups that maybe this represented a point you were moving into a more emotionally calming period. Things in your relationships felt really stable, or you were able to understand, people better, which is great with Mercury retrograde. But you were understanding people better through their emotional display as well.
So what is coming is our general reading. What is coming is this sense of emotional stability, this ability to understand people and not, react to situations, but to really foster more understanding with others. That's important, today. And I think here with that 9 of Pentacles, I'm just going right with those 2 because it shows that things really, if they haven't been feeling great for you or things haven't been going well for you, I think they're going to stabilize now. And I think that you're going to feel more comfortable and secure with where you are with either, your interpersonal relationships or your home life, what's going on around you. It just seems like everything now feels better or will be feeling better.
Okay, so it's good to see everybody. The next card is the 9 of Pentacles, and it's upright. And so this card says there's other things coming towards you too, like a sense of comfort. And so this could be saying somebody that has enough extra money to splurge on something they want for their home, or to go out to a nice dinner, or somehow to feel like you're really comfortable on your own terms. So whatever that means for you, if just being comfortable means spending time, on Friday night drinking a cup of tea and reading a book or watching TV with your best person, or things like that, you feel the sense of comfort. It's coming to you. So if things have been particularly, too active or conflictual, this is a period where things sort of feel like they've calmed down, and you're mostly concentrating on what pleases you.
I like that. And so with death here, it just seems as though this is heralding some changes coming. A new cycle of growth is coming. And maybe it's because now you are in a comfortable place to grow. And things are going bad and you're struggling or you're arguing with people or whatever the case may be. The last thing we're thinking about is, our growth and development. But I do feel like there's a new growth cycle coming for you, and you should accept it.
I almost feel like maybe this was the beginning card. Great change and leading to these more progressive ideas
I'm
happening.
not going to rule that out. That's
Yeah.
possible.
But either way, it just
Either way.
they kind of combine, I think.
They do. They do. And so with the letter.
The letter and the ring.
That's interesting here.
Mm-hmm. The ring is the first one.
I know. Commit to keeping in touch with people during this time. You know, the letter is here, so obviously commit to keeping, in touch with people, either by letter, by phone, by, social media, Facebook, if you keep in touch with people that way. Don't, this is a good time to just relax and enjoy the life you have and the people you surround yourself with. So I just think here there's a commitment here to just stay in contact with others at this time, and also because you're going to be feeling emotionally more stable and secure, check in and see how others around you are doing.
You know what else I think? I think this is interesting, but if there's some kind of change coming that brings a sense of comfort and stability and happiness between people, and maybe what the letter means is that you kind of want to celebrate that. Maybe this is saying, Libra, that you're going to have a party or you're going to have a gathering, a dinner party if you have friends or something like that, where you'll be able to kind of celebrate what we're talking about here with people. So maybe that letter is about an invitation to share your happiness on whatever level. It doesn't have to be a big old party, just, some sort of, way of telling people you're committed to your group happiness.
Yeah.
The end.
The end. That's what we have for you. Good luck.
Good luck, Libra.
I just found your question, country love, so I've got it.
All right.
And there it is. All right. What does my spiritual team want me to focus on right now as it pertains to growing my spiritual gifts and possibly creating with them a new source of income?
Nice.
Okay. Oopsie. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups.
You're welcome.
Upright. A lot of these cup court cards here.
I know, that's the Queen of Cups again.
Yeah. The Hanged Man is upright as well.
I like this deck.
Yeah, it's a very cool deck. I haven't used it enough yet, really. I may bring it out again for Cards for the Collective sometime in the future. Seven of Pentacles is reversed.
All right.
Because it's a deck worth exploring more.
In the Lenormand, we have the Lady, so that could be you, country love. And then the Coffin.
Well, they want you to dive deep on something here because the Hanged Man is here. They want you to give this a lot of serious thought. I think I want to start with that Hanged Man card. They want you to look at all angles. Maybe it's time to really envision what direction you would take. I feel here that there's a lot of positive elements here for the most part of what's going on here, but I think they may want you to focus on planning and strategizing and really going deep and determining, how you want to set this up, what you want to do. The Queen of Cups indicates to me that, they feel like you are very passionate about this. And maybe that's what they're saying too, is how passionate are you about this? Are you passionate enough? If you really are, and you have the desire here to pursue, the spiritual course, then you should do so. I will stop there, but the 7 fits in with this kind of too.
I think it does too.
Yeah.
I almost feel like one of the things they want you to focus on is, your abilities to mentor or to console people. The Queen of Cups can serve as a guide towards that too. So I feel like they feel you do have a number of things, modalities you could focus on. You could focus on leadership. You can focus on preparing the next generation of leadership through mentorship. So I like that. I think it feels like with the Hangman for you in this context, this is about you really also finding balance enough in your personal life to also have time and the ability to make this commitment. And I think they feel you can do that, so they just want you to know that they're supporting you that way.
And the Hanged Man to me also indicates something else. Sometimes the Hanged Man, when he's hanging on the tree, right, is a call to take a pause, to really take a pause and reflect on all of this before you move forward and look at every angle, but also to make sure that you are ready to move forward. It's really interesting to me because that 7 of Pentacles so
say it. Go and say it.
So ties into the Coffin
Yes, it does.
card.
Yeah.
It does. Because what this is saying here is you may have to shed some things and let go of some things in order to pursue what you want to pursue. And are you willing, are you willing to do that? So, there's going to be a period where you're going to have to say, well, if I choose this path, I have to let certain things go in my life. And I think here the 7 of Pentacles reversed is saying those things that that haven't been working out for you anyway, let them go. It's time to really, to stop the growth process there, or just realize in order to pursue a new dream, you only have so much time in life. So determine what it is you need to let go of here. Is it the spiritual dream, or is it that? Where does your passion truly lie?
When I look at that 7 of Pentacles and then the Lenormand, I feel like that's what this is saying. Your spiritual team is saying balance is not about equal portions. Balance is what makes sense for the spiritual dimension. And so this is saying some things will need more focus or more attention from you, and some things may not need as much. And that's where you're letting things go or letting them, sit there for a while until maybe they're in a toolbox that can come out when it needs to, as they say.
So that's you there, the woman, and the Coffin is saying you're going to have to let some stuff go to make this happen for yourself. And when you're ready, to come off that Hanged Man's tree, then you can initiate the project.
And besides mentorship or leadership, that could be another thing they want you to focus on too, is the sense of personal balance as it relates to this idea that not everything works in equal portions, that some things need more attention.
Yeah, I sort of think that the Queen is also about the intuitive arts,
I agree with that.
I really feel here that
I agree with that.
that's a path you're pursuing, this Queen is reinforcing that. So, definitely something that is spiritual, intuitive, and with the Hanged Man, I mean, that also, somebody who is seeking greater, higher wisdom. So also recognize that in this process of whatever you're doing, you are not only teaching others, you're learning from others as well.
Alrighty.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, country love. Good to
I
see
hope
you.
that helped. All right, we are on Miss Kara.
Kara.
There he goes again, Kara. Jeez.
Does it really? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. We love feedback, so thank you very much.
And you know what I forgot?
What?
Well, I'm just losing it here with the list, you know? Did I even pin the list is closed at the top of the screen? No.
I don't
think
know.
I did. But I
You
will
probably
now.
did not.
Okay. I just realized I didn't have justice at the end of the list, and I said I was going to do that.
Well, you're going to put them right at the end, right, as a...
Yep. At the
All right.
end. All right.
Kara, do we have your question? Oh, there it is. Well, that is an interesting question, of course.
Okay, that's a little multifaceted. I will see what we come up with.
I think we can do it.
You think we
Yeah,
can?
sure.
Well, when is always tricky, but we'll see what we can come up with. Mr.
Is that yours? 1, 2, 3, or just 3 cards?
No, I
think?
can't
Yeah.
see how that would work.
All right, you're right.
You're on your own. You said we could do this, so I want to see.
Well, I feel that they're connected, really. We'll see, I guess.
So it's...
I'm using my Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot.
When I was a Valkyrie, why was I sent here? That's one question. When this life was is another question. And does it go back to Odin or Freya's Hall?
Is that pretty much your question, or is it like a typo in there that maybe throws it a different way? All right, here we go.
Right.
3 of Cups is reversed. Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Two of Scythes is reversed.
What's up with you?
And scythes are swords.
Man, you need to shake these decks up, bud. All right, let me get some Lenormand.
Clouds. Child. Well, you know, in Marvel comic books, Thor was vanquished to Earth by Odin to learn humility. And I almost got the feeling before I even turned the first card that this was something like that, that the reason you came here was because there was a lesson or a thing that they wanted you to learn in some way. And I don't think that's Marvel Comics. I just think that's the way past lives, karma, and maybe specific deity interaction, devotee, patron deities might interact. So the 3 of Cups says someone is not happy, and maybe they weren't happy about something that you did, or maybe they felt you weren't happy, you needed this experience for some reason. But I almost feel like it is some sort of sense of a lesson.
Oh, you're just stopping there? Well, to me, the 3 of Cups is probably maybe saying you were back in the Valhalla days there, you know. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Right, the cup of mead.
Do I go
being
back
raised.
to Odin's or Freya's Hall? I mean, the mead, I just thought of that right away when he pulled that card. But I'm wondering, something must have transpired there that didn't go well with everybody. That's sort of the way I'm thinking here. It didn't go well maybe with Odin. It's possible here that's why you were sent here. That's why you were sent here.
The Wheel of Fortune is kind of interesting,
too. The Wheel
too.
of Fortune, too, indicates that it's possible here. I'm wondering here, it's possible if whatever went south, maybe you weren't sent here to learn a lesson. Maybe you were sent here accidentally. I know that's crazy.
Well,
I know that's crazy. But
if it's not an accident, it does feel like it's sort of a karma of some sort. Like it's sort of,
yeah,
karma. So maybe it's not a punishment karma or scolding karma. And when we did, some readings for a person who used to work on our show with us, we went into some really spiritual dimensions with their readings, where there were all kinds of things happening in and between past lives and different types of entities, and you could almost feel like something really cosmic was happening here, Kara.
well, that's sort of what I feel about this. That
I
somehow
know.
you were pulled into this life by a twist of negative fate or karma. It's possible it was something that you did, but I'm not sure I'm going to blame Odin necessarily for this.
Right.
Um,
I have a feeling like you stepped in for somebody or something where you wouldn't have been able to. Maybe that's that two of scythes there, the sense of balance being disrupted. And maybe Odin or Freya didn't really have a choice. They had to let you submit to this punishment or whatever this is, because you interfered with something.
I don't know if this life, can. I don't want to say this life is a punishment for you.
Right.
I absolutely don't. But I do feel there must have been some karmic reason you've been chosen to come to this life. And the cards, both cards, the first two cards are negative. And so I almost feel like you're atoning for something that was done in the past. Some past action, whether it was, back in Odin's days, because I have a feeling you've been here more times than this life per se. So, I'm not sure it's that, but it seems like it's a decision or a choice you made or an act you took, that Two of Swords, that really is why you're back here now.
With karma and things, there are cycles and patterns that kind of have to play out and spiral in and out. So the last part of your question, when will you go back? I don't think you'll go back right away. I think you're supposed to be here for a few incarnations. I'm getting that from the child and the clouds, maybe, that this is saying like there's still something else you don't get, or they want you to learn or understand. It may not be the result of a lesson, but something else they want you to experience, and they may feel it will take more than one lifetime. You may be in a cycle where you're incarnating here until something else occurs.
It's really, well, I'd say the clouds are saying it's really uncertain when you will go back. I think that's right there saying that. And with the child there, Mr. O is right, but I'm going to take it on a different level. I'm just going to say that it is your soul. It is your soul and your essence that requires more growth here, and or requires being here longer. So I think you'll be back here, before you finally go back. At least one more incarnation, if not more. And that is, of course, assuming we all have a planet to come back to.
So, hey, Kara, we'll be back to pick you up in your next life.
So, good
Good
luck
luck.
with that. I hope that makes some sense. It's kind of an interesting read.
Certain Hindus believe that when end times are here, the most enlightened souls will be incarnate on the planet because they are here to try to offer wisdom or help in some manner.
Siama, did you leave a question?
I think Siama asked for a general. I'm going to scroll for you.
Yeah, I seem to. I think you're right, and I'm surprised they don't have it.
Oh, wait, they said hi.
No, I think they did.
No, I don't see that. But I bet they will now. Sayama, you're out there, right? We'll give you a minute, and I will talk about my emotional exchanges, which is on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I've come up with a new format, and I'm not doing the readings for the astrological signs of the zodiac. I'm doing the readings for singles, people seeking a relationship, or people settled in their relationship. And I basically just ask a few questions that puts the onus back on you, the person getting the reading for. How do you operate in situations of relationships or where personal boundaries have to come forward? So that's tomorrow morning at my emotional exchanges. Siama.
I don't see a question for you, Siama, so if you could type it in now or we'll move on.
I have a feeling they're not here, but we'll give them just one more moment. Hi, Sunny. Reminding everybody there will be no happy hour this weekend, unfortunately. We're just too busy. We're working and we have a taxman appointment earlier. And I think that's it. I think Siama has not been able to stick around, so we should probably move on to our next person.
I posted Aries' question.
All right.
And so we are on Aries now.
Are those your cards?
Yeah. Have I actually met my future spouse already? Well, and just even if you did meet them, that doesn't mean that you won't meet them again or that something won't happen in the future to bring you together. Oh, Sonny, I haven't been giving him enough attention here, but you're staying here now, and now I want to give you attention, so I want to keep you there. Sonny gets plenty of attention, though, believe me.
And some of it's good. But when he makes accidents, it's not good. Yes, we could try that, Jimmy.
Yeah, we have in the past, actually.
It's true.
Okay, so. Well, there's strength reversed here. We may have to do a yes-no on this one, the thought occurs to me. The Four of Wands is reversed as well. Yeah, I don't think you've met them yet, according to these cards. The Four of Cups is here and upright. But we could do a yes-no to confirm that.
All right. I'm not so sure either. Who wrote the book of love? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Not a child, but it's just going to take a long time to find the book of love. I'm not sure that you met him yet, is what I'm saying, just based on the Lenormand.
Well, it's based on the other cards, too, if you think about it, because the Strength card reversed indicates that no, more effort has to be put out there to find this person, this spouse, this future spouse. It seems Strength reversed is calling for more action or more pushing to do it, I feel.
And I'm going to say maybe somebody's trying too hard.
Whoa, well.
Okay.
All right, I think
I said it. I just did.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on to the other cards, though. The Four of Wands.
The Four of Wands reversed is indicating that there's more work to be done here. There's no foundation being built yet. You know, it's like still off in the future.
It's interesting there are two fours, because then there's the Four of Cups.
Because that leads right into the Four of Cups, which indicates that, it's kind of frustrating sitting and waiting for this to happen, or even, and I'm not indicating that you are not trying when I say that. You are trying, but you're just kind of, wondering when am I going to find this person? I'm, all these people, and, I'm finding people who ghost me or treat me bad, and I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I do feel here you're feeling the frustration. You might be feeling kind of like depressed about it a little bit or getting gloomy about if it's ever going to happen.
Well, I can't get into most of that, but I just feel the overall tenor is saying it has not happened yet. You have not met them in this lifetime yet. So that to me says maybe you can meet them. Is that really how the question went? You actually met them? I mean, we could throw one real quick, but that's what I think it's saying is you haven't met them yet. Those could be factors there, the effort or the waiting kind of stuff.
Well, I do kind of feel this is saying you haven't. I almost don't feel we need a yes no. When I look at the
Yeah.
child and the book together, I really feel that this book is yet to be opened, is what's coming to my mind right now. This book is yet to be opened.
So that's a good thing.
So,
That just means you can still get yourself ready to meet them.
yeah. So it's still going to take some time, is what the cards seem to be indicating here. And it's frustrating. And I get that. I get that by looking at that Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups indicates kind of an unhappiness or a discontent
Yeah.
with conditions in somebody's life right now. And so that's what I think I'm seeing here. And yeah, you're not happy about it, and I don't blame you. So keep looking. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Harry. All right. So we're on CJ. Hi,
Did you
CJ.
say whatever comes, CJ, or have a question? Because I don't remember seeing it.
I'll look for it.
Oracle card. Okay.
Alrighty. You got it. And we'll throw the usual Lenormand too.
All right. I'm going to use, as I fall through my pile here. The Enchanted Earth Oracle. Here we go. So many
Yeah,
oracles.
we are busier tonight than we normally are for a Thursday.
We had a birthday reading.
We did have a birthday reading. But no, CJ's right though. We just seem to have a few more people than normal. Or
I
it's been
lost
getting
count.
that way anyway, hasn't it? So that's
Yeah.
good for us.
Hey, we like to be busy. We do.
We do.
All right. The card is called Changing Winds, WINDS, Wind, and it's adaptable, self awareness, and decisions. What number is on that card, please?
36.
Okay, 36. Oh,
It's
that
number
is-
9.
that is the last card in the deck.
That is a pretty card. I like that.
And the affirmation is, I am allowed to change my mind. When there's a change in the wind, it's natural for goals and aspirations to evolve. If you're faced with the challenge of whether to stay the course or change your mind, this card is a message that changing your mind doesn't make you a failure. It's commendable to be able to accept a need for reassessing your plans when necessary. Give yourself permission to change your mind and relinquish the control that sticking to something you don't want to do has over you. Don't stay committed to something that is draining you rather than fanning your flames. Commit to your growth, happiness, and fulfillment rather than a false sense of obligation to a course that you started when you were in a completely different headspace. This card is not encouraging you to give up on or quit something because it is difficult. It is empowering you to assess whether some areas of your life could benefit from making new decisions that are more closely aligned with your goals. Flexibility is a strength, and embracing adaptability is a key component of success. Trust in your inner knowing and take responsibility for your choices so you can take control of your life.
And I think you're going to love the Lenormand because it's the stork and the ship. And so I think this is saying, yes, you can change your mind because you're moving towards something new, something probably really great.
Right, so if you have the desires to shift yourself in a new direction, this clearly looks like the time to set sail, so to speak, with the Lenormand. And I really love the whole tone of this card, actually. Being adaptable, being flexible, and it's not saying you should quit on something just because it's difficult, especially if it's really important or you're passionate about it. Then stay the course, stay that course, but don't change your mind or change your winds for that reason. But if it's really time for you to embark on something new and it's time to let go of some other stuff, this is very encouraging to do so. We should never be afraid to change course. It's not a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth. And it's also a sign that, what we felt 5 years ago about where we should be in life now is not where we feel now about where we should be in life right now. So we need to change and adapt accordingly.
All right.
Do you have anything to add?
Not really. Is that a fox there in the picture?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's
Well,
adorable.
foxes are clever too.
So
Good luck with all your
that.
changes then, CJ. Alrighty.
Diamond Girl is up. And I do have a question. General love for the near future.
That's right. Okay, general love for the near future. So what deck shall I use? I shall use my Mind's Eye Tarot. I like this one.
Hey, you're welcome, CJ.
You're welcome.
I really like this deck. I like
Yeah,
all
that's
my
a pretty
decks.
one.
I mean, even ones I end up giving away, I give them away with love. All right.
General love for near future. And the first card is the Knight of Wands. It's upright. And the next card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is also upright. And then it's the Queen of Swords, which is upright.
Oh, this is really an interesting read.
Yeah,
here.
I think so. And the Lily and the Clover.
There's a lot of positive energy here, Diamond Girl. I mean, it's pretty positive.
I think so.
Because I don't know, you could be the Queen of Swords, and I see a Knight of Wands, which indicates perhaps someone else. It could indicate somebody coming into your life right now. The Ten of Pentacles is in the middle of two people. And to me, that indicates the start of something that could potentially be long term.
Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles has a sense of real stability about it or foundation. In other readings, it pertains to family matters or family foundations. And so, of course, um, the idea that maybe, something that's distant from you but still connected, like a third or fourth cousin or somebody who's semi related because they're related to an in law or something else. Like, it makes me feel like there's a possibility that there's still a family connection, but not because we're talking about romance, a very close one, of course.
So if I took this on a different level and didn't look at them as people, I would say here that something is moving towards you
Yes.
that could be a stabilizing influence in your life. And, you it will make you feel more confident, more secure, and also you'll feel safe in making a decision to move forward with this, I think.
It's not only just feeling safe, it's really feeling very correct about it, and in your own way entitled to that if the idea of positively and directly moving into a relationship that begins to happen, and it's not saying like you immediately decide you're going to make a house with that person, the foundation card, but that you are feeling like strong enough about this of saying, let us try this adventure in dating. And so you sort of have a sense of commitment, towards each other, being exclusive, i.e., you're not still dating or looking for other people.
Well, and if you were with someone now, I would say this could move to a deeper level of talking about marriage or starting a family, if you were with
Oh,
somebody
there's a
now.
thought.
But if failing that, again, I see something moving towards you, something that's very strong and durable. And there's a sense here of a lot of balance between the two of you with that Queen of Swords here. That could also
Good point.
indicate balance, people respecting, mutual respect for one another, and treating each other right. See, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying this looks like such a good reading. And then you've got the clover and the
Lily.
lily. And the lily, again, can speak of a couple different things here. So I'm going to go a couple different ways. The lily, number one, speaks to what we've already been talking about, longevity. That this could be something, with luck, could withstand the test of time, or through luck or through fate bringing you together. This could be a real long term kind of relationship. But the other way I can look at the clover and the lily is that the lily sometimes is innocence, and the clover can be about spontaneity. And I almost feel like something is going to just happen in a very innocent way. Like maybe you start off as friends with this person, or you're working with them, or you see them every day somewhere, and it's just going to start off very innocently at first. And then it could build from there. Something spontaneously clicks you together.
Most of us in the world are pretty jaded, but even I still do believe that once in a while, for someone, there can be love at first sight. And maybe this is like that, is not so much that you see the person, you say, I know that's the one, but maybe there's just a click, a sort of an attunement that feels like you have met the right one, or that something has happened, something has sort of shifted in a way. And, that's falling in love, that's falling in infatuation that can lead to love. So I think the general forecast for you is that something is moving towards you in the future, like we said, and that it does seem to have a sense of beginning something forward. We can't ever say every relationship is made in heaven and lasts forever. We've seen that happen in our lifetime with our friends. But sometimes it just feels like this is the point where you're going forward with that person, however long it is. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. What a nice reading.
That was a pretty nice reading, I think. Yep. All right,
Jamie's
Jamie's.
up, and I do not have a question.
Jamie's, do you have a
There it
question?
is.
What do you want?
It's right there.
There it
just
is.
posted. Had a mental breakdown. Oh, okay. What's going on?
Oh, I
So
hope
just
not.
a general read. We can do that.
All right, see if we can pick up on what's going on around you.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's the thing, Jamie's. You gotta, take time to make sure you're rested and all that stuff. And, some people believe, making sure you have good nutrition and all that. But you know by now what works for you, drinking more water, having more rest. We, of course, wish for healing for you too.
Okay.
And so does Sunny. Yes.
Got it. Whoa. Well, wanted me to do that. Okay.
You're welcome, Diamond Girl.
Hmm.
A lot of us are like that. We're all hardest on ourselves. Cut yourself a little slack, sweetie.
Well, we have the Ace of Cups upright. That's pretty positive.
Ace of Cups upright. I like that.
The Seven of Swords is reversed. And the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Okay. Feel lazy, and I drew the Eight of Pentacles. I just saw that. Okay,
Whoops.
reversed. So, yeah, I can feel that.
Okay. Dog. Oh, I like this one. And bear.
Okay. So, Jamie, there's at least one good thing here, one neutral thing here, one negative thing here, and actually the Lenormand are positive as well. Gina, take care. And hey, if you want to see that Friday the 13th reading we're going to do, you can rewind later to the end of the show or move it forward to the end of the show to see that, because we'll do that as the last reading.
Wow,
good
you have
night,
a friend
Gina.
who's 94. Awesome.
Oh, wow. How awesome.
I would bug out to talk to them too.
Wow, that's awesome. Wish her a happy birthday from us. Take care, Gina. All right, Jamie, honestly, let's take a look at this. There's some interesting things I have to say here. Right now might be a time for you to open up to others, And I feel here, if you're having a rough time, friends, family, whoever your support group is, open up to them. Let them know that you just could use a little, R&R. Just tell them you're not ignoring them. Or, if they're willing to help you out or offer some assistance, don't refuse it at this time. This is a time to open your heart to love and being loved. That's what I feel when I'm seeing the Ace of Cups here for you, especially since you're already feeling kind of bad.
Ah, thank you,
So-
Gina. She's going to stick around. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you could always get back to it if you have to go. But, so I feel here that if you open yourself up to others right now, it might be beneficial. And of course, I'm sort of seeing that from the Lenormand as well. I feel that Ace of Cups goes right along with those two cards.
So the idea I get from that is maybe saying that you need a little bit of a diversion into something that really pleases you. And so the Ace of Cups says, start something that will make you happy. And so I only have suggestions. I don't know enough about you, but, like maybe you like pets. So maybe you should, do something nice for your pet. Or if you don't have one right now, but you want one, maybe now's the time to show a little love towards a pet. Or maybe you have a friend with a pet. Maybe you should visit them and say, let's go take your dog for a walk and hang out and do something that really kind of warms you that way. I just feel like, you also need to express something else than just all the doldrums that you're going through right now. So Did you move on through all of them?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, I was just doing the ace.
The wait a minute, the Seven of Swords reversed indicates this is a time to open up, I feel, to others right now. And also to listen to what they have to say as well. Maybe people can give you some good advice or some comfort when you need it, or listen. That's the point too. And maybe, make that clear to people too that, right now you just feel like you need to be heard, and just would appreciate it if, somebody would allow you to talk to them about what's going on.
Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, this could be talking maybe about the legal situations. You're involved with a lot of paperwork between 4 different cases. And this could be saying that maybe something will come out. Maybe you will discover something that really maybe will be helpful here. It may be something that explains things that just didn't really seem very right to you. And then I'm going to move on to the Eight of Pentacles and say, yeah, that does sort of account, too. And I think it's separate from the other things that you're just still discombobulated right now, and you're not really, exactly working out the way you want to. This could be a reminder to you, that if anyone is told you, there are certain things you need to do for yourself health-wise or body-wise, to remember to do those routines, whether it's simple stretching or, dietary concerns. Don't forget to take care of yourself.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done. It's okay. It's important for you to take time for yourself. Feeling lazy is fine sometimes. Sometimes that's a sign that we do need to pull back and take care of ourselves for a while. But I have to agree with Mr. O here on that count too, that's fine, but you can't stop doing the work on yourself. If there are certain things you need to keep up with, exercise, for example, your body's not where it should be, but is there some physical therapy or some things that you need to be doing right now to keep it, to keep things, to make things right, to make things better? So don't let up on any of that. But if you need to let up on other obligations and stuff, that's another reason to talk to people about it, and just say, hey, I'm sorry, I need to take a break at this time. I need a time out.
Oh, I'm so sorry you have to spend all that money.
I feel here, Jamie, too, with the Lenormand that, the bear and the dog here saying that strength can come from your friends or your tribe right now, or people who support you. You can gain some strength and maybe some emotional support or whatever support you need from your tribe right now.
Right, and that could be, people like us or people in other forums that you only visit, or it could be people that you know in real life, people that you associate. Look to them for some strength, even if it's just what you feel from knowing them, from knowing us here. We all care about each other here a lot, and we want you to know that we care about you too.
So that's what we have for you. I
Good
wish
luck.
you luck with that. Good luck with that. And Alicia is up. And I don't think I have a question either, but that could be me.
Who is that?
Alicia.
CJ? Or it's Alicia. Hi. You're going to give us your question right now.
Hiya. You got a question? There it is. What is a birthday reading?
Okay.
Well, let me explain that.
Go right ahead.
A birthday
I love that
reading-
look you gave me, though.
A birthday reading is we do it at the beginning of the show around a person's birthday. It's good for the entire year ahead. And you have to schedule it in advance with us, though, and we do it at the start of every show. So we do it, well, at the start of our shows. Right after the card for the collective that I pull, then we do the birthday reading, if there is one, and we get on to the regular readings. That's done so that you can always go back to the show and look at the reading and know where to find it.
All right, Alicia, so it's a 6-card reading called the Birthday Spread Reading. And happy birthday. We didn't know. We would like to do yours maybe on Sunday.
We could do it Sunday for you.
Right at the beginning of the show. Whether you're there or not, you would just know we did it, and you can always zoom back there when you have the opportunity. We do it right after opening announcements and the card for the collective.
Would that work for you Sunday? All right.
Great.
Okay. What, do you have a question for us tonight?
Oh, hi, Jen. Thank you. Appreciate your like. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jen. Hey, good to see you.
Oh, hi, Salima. Our list is closed. We're not going to be able to take that question now. We're sorry. Maybe if it's still opportune, you can come back on Sunday and ask us.
All right, what's next with Work Bids projects? Okay, that's your deck.
All right. Great. It'd be nice to give you a birthday reading on Sunday. We appreciate your donations and your support so much. So thank you very much.
Sunday is March 15th. Is that the Ides of March?
Wah. And of course, like she mentioned, the birthday spread is good for all year. It looks a little bit at the past, but it looks ahead and also what's going on now. All right, your question for tonight.
All right, I have scheduled you in so we'll know to do it on Sunday.
All right, I'm going to throw the cards. Oh, first card is Death Reversed. Second card is the Eight of Cups reversed. And the final card is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So it's interesting. It almost seems like there is a progression through the next week or so, whatever time period this could be, a week to two. Here is the Scythe. And here is the Moon. So I'm just going to start off by saying Death Reversed seems to indicate there's a lot of stagnation. There's a lot of inertia going on with this question. You might find that in this next week ahead, things are really going to just be slow to nothing. I don't know if your work or situation is connected to the overall economy hitting the same situations it is. But if it is, then this could be the explanation for it, that the economy is starting to really show the effects of current events. And one more thing. No, I guess that's it. I lost my train of thought.
So Death Reversed indicates stagnation. Absolutely. There's no growth right now. Or you're going to have to find a way to initiate growth in some way. You have to find a way to bring, business to you. I feel here too with the Eight of Cups reversed that, again, there seems to be no forward movement at this time. Things are where they are. Either, if you're working on certain things now, it's time to just, stay that course. But it doesn't seem like in any of these three cards that I'm seeing here that anything new is coming in.
The Eight of Pentacles Cups reversed, to me, may even indicate that you realize there's a better direction, but you also realize you're not able to go there now, that something either blocks you or that it's just not the right time for you to go in that direction.
And the Seven of Pentacles is reversed here, and I think the Seven is saying it may be time to consider what may not be working for you anymore, and how to what other ways you can come up with to move, to move things forward.
I'm a little more hopeful with the Seven of Pentacles, but it looks to me like it's really at the end of this amount of time. We're talking about a week or so, and that it may suggest that maybe something is going to start moving again. But once again, it seems to seem like what Banshee said earlier, you're going to be the one to really have to pull that along or figure out how to jumpstart it somehow.
Yeah, it's just, I almost feel this is for the retrograde period. I hate to say it. So unless you can find a way to push things forward, it may be a slow go for, the time being in March. I hate to say that too. But I'm looking at the moon too in the scythe, and it's kind of like you have to cut away at anything that might be hindering your progress or success. Because the moon is about success, but the scythe is like maybe something is cutting into it. And yeah, I guess if there's no other bids or work coming through, that would be it. But there's got to be a way to clear a path forward for this to change.
Once again, to me, I think it lines up with what I said about that Seven of Pentacles, that it might come more towards the end of this period of time. And I'm thinking it's between now and the end of March, maybe a little bit before that. It just feels like, symbolically to me, I read the Lenormand symbolically, the moon has a sense of cycles and time. And maybe what this is saying is that there may be only so much time for those cycles to work out before you might have to cut your losses and run. Like some of these projects or bids might work, but if they don't work in a sooner amount of time, in a measurable amount of time, you're going to know that they're not working out, and you should just cut that loss.
Doesn't look very hopeful right now. I wish we had better cards.
I'm sorry, yeah.
But good luck with that. So keep trying. That's all I can say is keep trying to push this forward. More effort you can do to try to make things happen. You might be able to turn this around and something will come through. Good luck with that.
Boo-hoo indeed.
I know. I wish I hadn't have such boo-hoo news.
Well, that's what they're saying.
I do have to say that this has just been that kind of week so far. So.
But Alicia, we are looking forward to doing your birthday reading on Sunday. So
yes, hopefully we will have good news then.
Take care.
All right, I'm sorry. Where's
No,
my
that's
list?
okay.
SP is up.
And thank you again, Jenny, for giving us a like.
And SP wants a message from the universe.
All right. You're welcome, Alicia.
And that would be my deck, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, a message from the universe. Let's use the crystal deck.
And if anybody else is still here, don't forget, we're going to do Justice request for a special Friday the 13th reading. Just throwing 3 cards and seeing what that means for the collective. I think we're going to do that. We'll throw a couple Lenormand with it too.
We'll see what the energy of the day will bring. And it's the second Friday the 13th in a row.
Yes, February and March, when they have them, they'll have them in a row because they have, for some reason, they really follow sequentially the same number of days, except for when leap year occurs. I think that throws that off.
Okay, we have the 6 of Cups reversed. Jeez. The 7 of Wands reversed. What? Well, this isn't a bad card necessarily. The 7 of Cups reversed.
So this was a message from the universe?
Yeah. Okay. Message from the universe. Well, let me get the Lenormand in this before I do that. But I have a thought.
It's Rider and the House.
Well, this is one of those readings that, yes, like Mr. O pointed out with a reading earlier, that I kind of want to start on the other side. I want to start with that
Seven of Cups.
Seven of Cups. And I think the message from the universe is to make the choice, the decision to not be disempowered by past failures or mistakes or disappointments, or perhaps things that have been done, negative things that have been done to you in the past. It's time to let them go and loosen the influence that some of the failures or setbacks or sense of hurt by others, has done to you. Don't let it disempower you. It's time to make the choice to move past that.
And is that just from that one card?
That's from all three.
Okay, I was thinking you were doing that. So let me take a gander real quick here. But I agree with you, definitely. The Seven of Cups is really about, coming down to where you feel your best options are. And it's interesting, there are two sevens there. Maybe it feels like, it's time to change the direction, to not really be so fervent for what you were trying, that maybe, there's not disgrace in turning back from it, but maybe strength in its own way. The Six of Cups reversed is saying maybe this really shouldn't have happened in a way, to you. The message from the universe could be saying this is not necessarily the best time for any of this right now. I know that was a little hokey in a way.
No, hokey.
Okay, maybe not.
I look at the Lenormand, the House and the Rider.
Bye, Gina. Thanks.
Take care, Gina.
No apologies necessary.
So, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking with the House and the Rider, this is a time to move towards feeling more secure and comfortable with who you are and where you are in life, and no regrets about what you've been through in the past or what has happened to you, and no holding on to the baggage either. This is a time to be in your comfort zone and feel one with yourself and where you are, because you are worthy. You are worthy. We all make mistakes. We've all had challenges. We've all been burned by people in the past. And holding on to that and letting us affect us is not a good way forward, a healthy way forward. So I think if there's anything that you are holding on to, you need to let it go. That's the message.
So SP, I think those Lenormand really corroborate the message that it really is about you feeling the comfort, realizing you can make choices when you need to, you can not make choices when you need to, and you can do what's best for yourself. The universe rewards you for realizing you're the center of your own universe.
We all grow at different rates, and this is a time to grow, to have your roots or have yourself deviate from your past experiences more. Learn from them and move on from them is the message, I think. So good luck with that.
All right.
Well, we're on Justice, and we are going to do a Friday the 13th reading.
All right, and I want to pick a good deck for that. So
I was going to suggest the Moon Garden because I haven't used that yet. If you want, I'll let you shuffle.
Oh, aren't you swell?
We want to shuffle last or first?
And we want to thank everybody that came. I want to thank Gina for her donation. And pleasant vibes today. The readings were good.
We had fun. and enjoy being busy. We like being busy. Busy, busy. And we're not that much into overtime either. I mean, this will take us a little more, but this will be fun. Okay, we're going to look at what the energy of the day might bring us, is how I'm going to. And we'll just throw 3 cards, I think, and see how
You
they
better
go.
stay, Kara.
Plus the Lenormand. Okay, then.
The sun is reversed. The Fool is upright.
That's interesting.
Temperance is upright. So they're all
Wow.
major arcana.
What?
That's very cool.
That is very cool. So
Thank you
Friday,
for your idea, Justice.
So Friday the 13th can be a very interesting day, absolutely, and maybe an important day for some of us tomorrow. I feel here that the sun reverse I want to look at the Fool and the sun together here, because I almost feel that taking a calculated risk can result in some gain tomorrow. The sun is reversed, but when it's reversed, it indicates more modest gain, more modest happiness. So don't expect bells and whistles necessarily tomorrow, but something could come through. And it could, if it's not something like tangible, it could be an epiphany or an idea that comes to you or something like that, that will inspire you to take a challenge or risk.
Well, maybe it's because Mercury's retrograde, but Friday the 13th might be lucky for some of us.
Okay, why? What's there?
Friday the 13th is unlucky, but we got the sun. I'm just going with the
okay.
idea. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about one of the cards. So.
Right. Well, I am in a way. I mean, because I'm saying that sun maybe suggests that, but the Fool also is about luck too. And so finally moving to temperance, I think this is really saying when the day is done, it wasn't gangbusters, it wasn't the super magnificence of the sun, but it was pretty lucky, and it was, pleasing, the sense of temperance.
Well, with temperance here, I think what it's saying is that take a risk, take a calculated risk. Temperance is kind of the moderating influence here in a way to me, in that you shouldn't go out on a huge limb, but if something looks like a sure thing to you, just that you can trust, you're pretty sure you can trust the universe that you're going to get some positive results, then take that risk. But temperance is here to say, make sure you feel good about this before doing it.
All right. Lenormand. Baby's writing a letter again.
And this is really interesting that this came up, the whip and the letter, because I almost feel in this case here, you remember I said the sun could also be about knowledge or getting an epiphany of some sort? Well, maybe it's coming from some other source. Maybe we're going to get some good news. Maybe collectively some positive news is going to be heard, or even on some individual basis, you might receive some positive news in your life.
Something that strikes suddenly.
It's coming quickly, right? It'll be tomorrow.
I like it.
Out of the blue, maybe, because of course the Fool has that kind of energy too, right?
Peace.
Peace? Could it be? I
Would
doubt
it.
it.
Be nice?
That is not going to happen tomorrow, but maybe there'll be signs that it will be.
I was just trying to be a little hopeful.
Keep hope alive there, Mr. O. Keep hope alive.
Thank you for your idea, Justice, once again, and thank you, everybody,
and I guess
Gina
we'll have
and
to
everybody.
see how the day turns out tomorrow, eh?
Right.
Yeah. So thanks, everybody. And that was a cool question, Justice, and we appreciate that. And we hope to see you all again really soon. But remember, there is no happy hour on Saturday. So we'll see you hopefully at our live show on Sunday.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Yep. We'll do your reading. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.